Okay.
Can I invite?
You, can you invite? I don't know. It's recording right now. Does it have a
Barbara's,
link?
Barbara's trying to get on.
There should be a link that she can just click and then get on. It says 2 participants right now, and that's me and you. So 4 participants, I think. Hold on. Brandy, somebody's iPhone. Yeah, me and you. So a couple people are on.
Yeah.
All right, let me close that one out. Okay, so, all right, we're just going to get started. So it's recording. Let's get going because I don't have a lot of time on my Zoom. So welcome, everybody. I am just going to mute this out, see if I can't mute.
There's Barbara. She's on now.
Okay, I'm going to mute everybody out just for a second.
Lay down.
Okay. I think we're all muted. All right, so, all right, welcome everybody. My name is Cindy Geiger. I am, if you don't know me, most of you probably do by now. We're just getting together tonight on our Monday call because our leader, Miss Kim, who we love her to do this for us. She is out on her birthday celebration tonight, so we want to wish her a happy birthday. And we're going to keep going and just get together and talk about resetting tonight. Because I know with summer, it's been crazy. I feel like I have gotten off a track a little bit. I'm sure some of you others may have felt the same thing. So I'm just going to read this really quick devotional that kind of stuck out to me today, this morning, and I thought I'd share it with you. So it's August 12th. It says, "Come to me when you are weak and weary. Rest snugly in my everlasting arms. I do not despair your weakness, my child. Actually, it draws me closer to you because weakness stirs up my compassion, my yearning to help. Accept yourself in your weariness, knowing that I understand how difficult your journey has been. Do not compare yourself with others who seem to skip along their life paths with ease. Their journeys have been different from yours, and I have gifted them with abundant energy. I have gifted you with fragility, providing opportunities for your spirit to blossom in my presence. Accept this gift as a sacred treasure, delicate yet glowing with brilliant light. Rather than struggling to disguise or deny your weakness, allow me to bless you richly through it." So that kind of stuck out to me in a couple ways. It really made me think about how often do we look at others and how, oh my goodness, their business is growing crazy, or how come they can get, all these loyal customers and their business is growing and I'm not doing anything. How often do we do the comparison path? But a lot of times we don't understand that they may be dealing with a lot of struggles also and different things going on in their life. And we each have a season. If we just keep planting those seeds and staying positive and staying in our own lane, we have to be patient, and those seeds will eventually come to harvest. But we shouldn't look at other people's journeys because they struggle also. And I love it how he talks about when he gives us a weakness, he does that for a purpose. So we can go to him and draw closer to him and get our strength through him. So that spoke to me in a couple different ways. And I don't know if that helps anybody else, but I always do my morning devotional and start my day off with personal development. So today, a couple things was hitting me that I went on vacation this last week, and I said to myself, okay, I'm still going to be plugged in and everything and do my devotionals every morning. But summer fun did get me distracted a little bit. And when you stop that, how easy it is to get off of momentum, I really felt like I needed a reset, and I feel like maybe some of you guys do too. So one of the things in my personal development today I read was be productive. You know, that is one of the things that we need to keep doing every day to still get the harvest, to keep planting those seeds. And sometimes when we get off track, we don't feel like that, you know, or things get in the way. And you may have to like get rid of some people or different things that may be causing you to be unproductive, you know, and if it's not working, move on, you know, and it may be somebody in your life that's tearing you down, or it may be something that is totally getting you off track, like TV maybe, or, you know, everybody wants you to go out and have fun and you blow off your business. You have to decide kind of what those things are. And another thing is, like, don't compare yourself with others, just like I just read in that devotional today. Everybody has their own paths, you know, in their journey with this. So try to stay in your lane. A couple of the things I've wrote down. When one was a really good saying, the best weight you'll ever lose is other people's opinion about you. So sometimes I know that can just totally devastate us when you feel like people don't agree with what you're doing, or they call you out. They think that, you know, you may be like just cold contacting them, you know, and that can really kind of destroy you if you let it. But you have to be strong. You have to just like get out of the mental game, because, you know, 80% of this is mental and 20% is physical. So if you can just shut off the emotions and do your work every day, you know that you will have results with what we're doing. So a lot of the times it's just learning to get rid of all this negative stuff and stay on momentum. So a couple other things I've learned too was talking about why you get into a slump. And this has kind of just happened, you know, with summer. I feel like a lot of people have just gotten into a slump. And it usually is you lose your hunger. You know, things are going good, you're putting in loyal customers, and you get very comfortable and you really lose that hunger. And that is one thing. You have to keep your eye on the prize and stay hungry. Another reason why we get into the slump is we get distracted and we get thrown off. So of course, summer fun has been very distracting, and something will just throw you off your game. So that's another way that we can get into a slump, and we may need to restart. So, and another way is you sabotage yourself. So, you know, you may beat yourself up because you're not doing your steps you're supposed to do every day, and then it just compounds, and the next thing you know, you're just in a slump and you're not doing anything but negativity. So things we have to do, you really have to plan and execute that plan. So, and with that is, first you got to keep remembering what your why is. So you need to put your why up and look at it 3 times a day, and then get your plan into action. And then what we need to do is take massive action, because what happens is frustration, doubt, fear, disappointment, all those things are going to come into play with emotions. And the best thing to do to get out of those is to create massive action. And movement causes emotion. So you just got to get going, and the movement that you will be doing to do your daily steps will create good feelings, and you'll have great things happening instead of staying in that slump. You know, if that makes any sense to you, that's kind of how I felt. I felt like to get out of that spin, you have to not focus on your problems. You have to focus on the solution. You know, you have to focus what you want, not just being stuck. So I think that's kind of where I get stuck this week with vacation and everything going on, and all of a sudden I slip out of momentum, and with all the summer going on. So these are just some ways that we can start getting your mindset better, is by doing your personal development every day, because it starts right there. And if you do not like your circumstances or your state you're in, you need to change your state. And that happens right away by changing your state. Like if you're bored and you're sitting there with your husband and you don't want, you're tired of the same old stuff, go jump in the pool, right? That'll change your state pretty quickly. And same with your business. If you don't like your state, you got to do something different to change that state. So I wanted to bring Cindy Miller on with me tonight. And anybody else that is feeling kind of like, we need to change our state, and you're not quite understanding the host to post ideas, and you maybe get stuck in different areas. I think we all kind of get stuck in different areas, and I love it that we can help each other. So Cindy's rocking it pretty good. I can see that she's still putting up all her names that she's doing for her host to post. And so that's inspiring to me. And I think even if we only get a few names down and we're doing this 90-day, the 90-day challenge, I think even if you're putting down something, it's inspiring, because I will look at it and say, oh, well, she only wrote this many names down. Now I don't feel so bad because I only wrote these names down. And I think the more that we inspire each other, the more we can build up and we can start getting back on track again, because supporting each other really, really helps. So Cindy, I'm going to can you unmute yourself, or do you need me to help you?
There I go.
Okay, you got it. So
I'm sitting out in the car because it's crazy in the house with my grandchildren.
That's good. You got some quiet time. So I love that. and we can connect a little bit. So Cindy, you are doing your host to post still every day. And
Right.
What would you say how do you start doing your host to post? Like, what's your first thing that you do?
Well, I tried cold posting that a couple people had said I was doing. Like every once in a while I'll get disgusted and I'll just go in Messenger and I'll forward and I'll send 50, 60 people. And out of the 50, 60 people, I'll probably get 10 responses that yes, they'll do it. Most of the time, they ignore it. You're going to get that. You're going to get, no, I'm not interested. You're going to get more no's than you are yeses.
Right.
I try not to do that too often, because I did come up with a lady saying, can't you say hi to me? How you doing? You just cold posted me. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm asking you a question, So then it was like, so every once in a while I'll pop in and I'll say, hi, how are you? Just to keep her happy. But she kind of opened my eyes with that. So I'm a little scared to send out all these messages, but it did broaden my network doing that. So now what I do is I post these, which house would you live in? Which ice cream cone do you like? Which toppings on your pizza? And that gets so much attention that I'll go in and I'll private message every one of them. If I, like the one post, I had 100. So I would pick 10 to 20 a day. And I would ask them, people, will you host a post for me? Share a post for me. And yeah.
Yeah, so that works. And I get what you're saying about the cold, feeling like somebody comes at you, and of course they're probably not a person of peace and they just like to complain, and it can like shut you down a little bit or make you feel bad. So
you gotta kind of overlook all that.
Yeah, you do. It comes with the territory.
I know my girl Barbara, she's, thank God she's here. Thank you, Barb. To ask people to post for you, you just ask them. You're going to get 10 no's to 1 yes. And, even your friends, you're going to friend 5 people, you might get 1 friend to accept. It's not the end of the world. You just got to keep going and make sure you post daily and get the word out. Post 2 to 3 times a day. Follow up with any likes that somebody liked your post. You're going to say, hey girl, I see that you like my post. Would you be interested in more information? You know, sometimes they say, no, I'm not interested. Okay, thank you.
Right.
And move on. Don't take it, don't take it, you know, personal, because it does overwhelm you. It does weigh you down. And it, you know, it's like weight on your shoulders is so depressing.
Right.
But
And that's where we still have to take massive action, because that is going to that's going to take all those feelings away, because the more action you take, you're going to start getting positive things mixed in with it.
I have at least, girls, at least 50 to 60 people right now sitting on a fence post.
Yeah, and they're just not ready yet. And we're coming into we have seasons, and summer it doesn't have to be a slow season, because I know that early in the summer we were putting in quite a few loyal customers, and you, Cindy, are still, you know, top enroller. So because you are still doing that, and no matter what the outcome is, because now all of this work that you're doing, you're going to see lots of fruit in September. September is one of our biggest times. And so just be patient and keep doing these. So that's what you need to do. So I love those ice cream posts and the house posts, because that'll give you said you had 100 people. So that's going to give you 20 people to contact every day for your hosted post. And from that will be people that you can talk to that will say, yes, I will host a post for you. And then that'll give you follow up and more people to talk to towards your system.
Right. So when people say that they'll post for you, and their friends that respond to their post, you want to go in and send that person a message and say, and friend them first, then send the message out. I print out scripts and send to my whole team if it's a coffee post, and just say, you know, the first script you send, a thank you for responding to my coffee post, you know, and that's it. Send that one. And then as they say yes, or I think they're going to ask you, I think the first script is what, how much weight you want to lose?
I always ask questions. I thank them for, you know, inquiring about that. Would you like some more information? And they'll say yes. And then I give them the script of what the coffee is. And right afterwards, I ask them if they'd like to, how much weight they're looking to lose. And they usually come back with it. So, and then you just go from there. And a lot of times I'll even get more intimate questions with them just to find out what their needs are, because once you meet their needs, you pretty much can close them a lot easier, because they feel they trust you. They're you know, you're wanting to know about them, and people love it when, you know, people want to know about them. So you just follow those steps, and we have steps for that, and that's the easy part. So, but it's just like reaching out and asking, and then host a post. So some of the host a posts, we do have a script page, and I think that's where I had lately been feeling stuck, because all the new products coming out, I think we need some new host a post.
Need some new scripts.
Yeah, some new scripts to give these people to post. And so if anybody has any ideas or they're creative, please put that out there, even under the link here in our success scripts, or even a couple here after, you know, Chasing Ruby page after in this post, because that's where I would love some more information. I don't feel as creative in that area lately. So, and I know we all have gifts and talents. So if we can help each other out, that would be amazing. So I was just wondering, is anybody else on? Brandy, are you on? Are you able to chime in a minute? Because I know that you are pretty good. You've been doing pretty good about friending people. So I'm not sure. If you are, just pop on.
Anybody else have any other questions?
Right, or if there's any questions, we may be able to answer.
Just unmute your microphone. Little symbol on the bottom.
I may be able to.
It's getting dark out here, ladies.
It is getting dark where you're at. I might be able to unmute everybody, but unmute all. I'll just unmute all for a few minutes.
Cindy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
I
can
can't hear you. Who's talking?
It's Barb. It's the one Cindy was talking about.
Hi, Barb. Yeah, so do you have a question or like a...
My thing is about the posting. That I like friending the people. I'm not one to like to bug people. And sometimes I feel like I'm bugging people. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, that's a normal thing.
That's definitely a normal thing, especially depending on your personality type. Yeah.
I mean, I'm an outgoing person, but I just, when it comes to like asking people different things, like I just need to more, I guess what I need is more confident in how to go about doing it.
Right.
Right.
And I've heard Pam Souter say before, you know, that is kind of a mindset thing. So if you change your mindset thinking that you have something amazingly awesome that could help somebody and benefit somebody, you know, pump that up into your spirit first, and then, you know, it'll follow. You'll feel differently. See, because if you're excited about what you have, you want to tell the whole world, right? And you don't feel like you're bugging people. And when they feel that excitement from you, they may, you know, receive that totally different. So I believe like what we send out is kind of what we'll get back. So even if you're you're doing a message and you feel crappy, you better believe that that probably is going to show up in your message, even if it doesn't say that. So,
Okay.
you know, just
positive will come late. I mean, once you start doing it more, in the beginning, you're very nervous. But once
we've talked about it on Cindy, where I'm worried, like trying to find the friends, like doing the friend things. Like the post, I have no problem with. I can type posts out and stuff like that, but it's like finding the right people. Like, how do I know which ones are the right people?
What I do, I look at everybody's profiles, and I make sure that they're not selling It Works or they're not selling another product that is against us, because I've had people come on and steal my customers. So now I'm really fussy about picking my friends. I'll look at their profile. They look pretty good. Okay, I'll friend them. And, you know, like the challenge that Cindy's talking about, what we're doing, that Kim challenge, she has us on a 90-day challenge that we're friending 50 people a day. And it's like, wow. And that, it does get overwhelming, this challenge that she's got us on. But I mean, it's setting us up and bringing our network bigger. So, you know, she knows what she's doing with us, but it's overwhelming to us.
right. And that's when you find out a little bit more about yourself. But if you go and look and see if they have a few mutual friends and friend them, that'll give you a little bit of backup if they come in and say, well, how do I know you? Oh, you know, I think your page was so positive, and I'm looking for some new friends on Facebook. And so I just friended you because you looked really fun. Your page looked fun. So it gives you something to do. And then, you know, you don't even have to go message them at all. You can just start loving on their page, liking and talking on their post. Oh, you know, your puppy's so cute. And, oh, your kids are adorable. Oh, you had that for supper. Oh, your flowers look great. Like, just start loving on them so they get to know you. They'll be like, who's this person? And that's how you become friends with them before you even ask them to host a post. And once you build that relationship with them, and it is a little bit more time consuming, but when you build that relationship like that, they are so willing. You can reach out and say, hey, Nancy, like, you know, you've been talking for a little bit. You know, I love your posts and everything, whatever you want to say. Hey, I'm curious. This is what I got going on, and I thought of you because I'm giving away some free product this month. Would you be open, you know how to do that, the host a post thing, right? Asking. So if you're good with that and you're not, you feel a little bit sluggish on the friending, that's how you can kind of like just get to know your friends. So you can friend them, and a lot of times people will friend you and they're good with it. And just love on them a little bit, and then that'll open the doors for all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But you're on the right track.
Great with your post, Barbara. I like you're being creative. I like that. You're doing good. You'll just be consistent. Be consistent, and like I said, try to friend 1 to 5 people a day. Start out small, and you'll see. You'll start seeing your network. Just planting your seed is the best thing to do.
Well, and Facebook was a problem this weekend for me for some reason. I don't know what the heck was that.
Yeah.
But then I got it up and working.
You had that Dippy Do say she ordered, and I even had Kim looking for her.
Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't answered me, so I'm hoping I can get a hold of her.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what she really did order and stuff.
So that's good.
If you feel like you're having a little bit of a confidence problem, I've been listening my personal development to Tony Robbins, and he was talking about confidence. And confidence is something you can create. You can, be bolder and just by doing some bodily actions, you'll become more confident. What's that?
Explain your personal development. What is that?
Personal development is just broadening, your mind, strengthening that, getting more knowledge by learning. You can do it in different ways, by reading, self-help books, watching some videos on some people that are positive motivated speakers. Pam Souter does a Monday night Show Me the Money call where she interviews some of the top leaders and their stories, and they're inspiring, and that can be part of your personal development. So just every morning, like 15 to 20 minutes every day, just pouring into yourself, learning about your products, reading a little bit about your products is a form of personal development. So anything you do to grow yourself every day is personal development. And in time, I think we really need that. Definitely.
Like what I do every morning, I mean, I go and I sit down with my Bible and I pick out 4 verses and kind of go through different verses in the Bible and that, and then I kind of just think about everything that I've gone through and just try to say, okay, what am I going to do today?
Absolutely. Personal development and daily devotions is an awesome way to, a form of getting your mind in the right. And I feel strongly about that every morning, because if I'm not in the right mindset when I start off and, with my creator, then, to have a great day, then I'm thrown off all day. I can definitely tell a difference. So that does make a big difference. There was something you just reminded me of when I was going to say something about that, and it totally went out the window. So that's me, flighty, but that's okay. It'll come back when it's.
Does Jen have any questions?
No, my kids are starting school soon, so I'm going to get, my game plan on and really start knocking it away.
Yeah, I feel you. I kind of feel like when you kind of get your everything together and you can jump back on a track, you'll be ready. But just doing the little steps, something every day.
I have been doing something every day, and just to keep in it, and I'm using the products and having a lot of success, and I'm posting that, and I'm getting a lot of returns on that. But they want more information and they take it, but then they don't do anything with it. And it's like frustrating.
Yeah.
It is frustrating. But just keep doing those action steps, and you'll have those peaks and valleys, because you'll be in that valley. That's when, things are growing and planting. And then all of a sudden you'll get on that peak and you'll have a harvest. But it is tough to go in there. It is frustrating. But that's the only way you get through it, is just keep that momentum and keep doing what you're doing, and you'll
I've only been doing the coffee and the berry drinks, and I've lost 3.5 pounds already just doing the coffee and the berry drinks.
Awesome. So if you're posting your personal testimony, people are watching. They're just, busy. And they're just not quite ready, but they'll come to you. I've had loyal customers.
I'm hoping a couple of my cousins that I was talking to over the weekend, my one aunt tried the coffee and she really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping she's thinking about getting some of it and seeing. So I'm hoping to hear in the next day or two to get a couple more.
That's how it starts. Getting your loved ones involved.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy loved ones.
You guys have you got big bonuses that you can reach out to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
You and Jen.
Yeah.
I'm down 14 pounds this month with using the products.
Awesome. That's amazing. They do work.
It works.
Absolutely, when you use them. So
at first when I thought when I started, I was like,
how much
I wasn't sure about it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said the product at first, I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. But for the all natural, like the natural taste of it, it is not bad at all.
No,
Like,
it's good.
No.
I was worried about.
Excited for the new product. If you guys have seen that, I'm sure you have, the super reds and the super greens.
I'm thinking it really worked for
Reading
me.
on it, but I kind of want to find a good host to post for that. Maybe, if something about drinking your vitamins and if you don't like to swallow pills or something. So we'll have to work on that because I think this is pretty exciting.
Yeah, I ordered it last night after the call.
Awesome. I know I have to order mine.
Sleep.
So
I ordered mine this morning.
you guys are on top of it. It's awesome. So I know I'm running a little bit low on time, so I'm not sure when it's going to cut us off. So I don't want anybody to get cut off. But is there any quick questions that you're not sure of that we can kind of help you with?
No, I think I'm okay. It was a good meeting.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, it helped out a lot.
Oh, I know. I think I definitely am feeling like coming off a vacation. I definitely need to get in the swing of things too. But don't don't get down and frustrated when you hit these little valleys. But because there's always a harvest coming, So, but I am so excited that you guys jumped on. I'm grateful for our whole team that we have each other, and please reach out. I think we're better together always. If you have ideas and creativity, because we all get into these slumps and places, and I think we really do need each other and inspire each other. So, we all have gifts and we can share them to help each other. So, all right, ladies, I guess that's it because I'm not really sure. Last time it cut me off and I didn't want it to cut us off. So if you have any questions or whatever, just put them in the comments underneath this post. I'll get this video up for anybody that missed it, and I'll put it in as soon as it's done recording. So thank you so much, Miss Cindy, for sharing. And, happy host of posting. They really do work. So, and I'll be reaching out to you, Cindy, and getting some good information. So, all right, ladies, you have a good night. Thanks for popping on. We'll see you next week and on Facebook.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Night.